So Lizelle, I'm going to let you take it away and share your story because I know this has dramatically changed your life and I love your story. So I'll let you take it away, my friend.
Hi everyone, thank you so much. You know what's so lovely about being on a webinar is it just reminds me every single time why I can be so grateful to get daily pay on automation. I just had a $900 sale while sitting on this webinar. Isn't that amazing? To get on the phone with anyone. This is what I absolutely love about this business. My name is Lizelle, for those of you who don't know me. I am just a normal mother that was so tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I was divorced many years ago. Although I got remarried, I had to look after my older two children, and varsity fees were coming up. They were getting older, and when COVID hit, things were going so hectically financially for us that I decided to resign my full-time corporate job in the MLM industry, because you know what? I was just tired of giving all my time for someone else. During COVID, I was sitting in front of a laptop while my kids were sitting next to me in the room, and I couldn't see them because my boss was saying, Lizelle, you get paid. You better be in front of your laptop. I'm going to watch you. I decided to leave my job, and much like Cecilia, what I did was I went online. I did some beauty courses, opened a little beauty salon. I just did what I knew how to do. For me, it looked easy. I was like, let me do that because I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I was now tired of people dying around me, but my boss still breathing down my neck, so wanting work to be done, and my kids were missing out on me. And I remember the one day I was having this beauty salon, and I was doing extremely well in everyone's eyes because I was so freaking busy. People were waiting 2 weeks for an appointment to get with me because I was so busy. But guess what? I wasn't making the right money. I wasn't making enough. And for me to be able to make more money, I had to work more. And my breaking point came the one day when my child came from school, I've got 3 children, and she came from school and she handed me a letter from the school that I saw she already read. And in this letter, it said, she's not allowed to come back to school if I don't pay the school fees. Now that day was my breaking point. From that day on, I was like, I'm not going to wait for something to happen. I'm not going to wait to win the lotto. I am going to do something about my situation. I need to find something else. So what I did was I scrolled online, and I would put a 1 in the comments if you've been scrolling online looking for a way to make an income, because I knew online was the future. I knew everything was going online. If it wasn't for COVID, we wouldn't get our groceries delivered to our door, right? But if I told you in COVID, there's going to be that app that you're going to download on your phone, and you're going to be able to get your groceries delivered to your door, you would have probably said to me, oh, Lizelle, that sounds too good to be true. Well, we're doing it right now. We are very comfortable with online shopping, right? So I knew online was the way to go. I just had no clue how to do it. And this one day, this beautiful woman stepped into my beauty salon, and she booked like over 13,000 Rand worth of treatments. And I'm like, hey, I live in a small town. How are you making your money? And she said to me, digital marketing. Now, when she said that, I was like, okay, tell me more. What is it? I had absolutely no clue what it was, but she was definitely making the money. I could see it, and I wanted to know how she was doing it. And she said 2 words that was like music to my ears. She said, I follow a 2-hour workday. Those 2 words, 2-hour workday, it hit me, and I'm like, this is something that I want to be involved in. I want to do something like this, because here's the thing. I didn't have time. Now, a lot of people have it. I didn't. I was working full time. I had my kids, 3 kids. Being girls is a lot to handle as it is. And you guys that are married, marriage takes work. So I used to get home at night, not having energy left for my family, not seeing my children because I was always working and still not making enough money. So I asked it was Cecilia that I bought from, and I asked her, okay, tell me more about it. And she gave me her website address, and I put my email in, and she invited me to a webinar like tonight. And I remember sitting on that webinar, and I remember hearing Amy's story. If this woman that worked 2 jobs can make time to change her life, then I can do it. Then I can definitely do this. And I remember it took me 3 weeks to save up for the money. Now, where there's a will, there's a way, my friend. If you want to make a change in your life, it's up to you. It wasn't up to Cecilia that day for me to make the change and take action. It was up to me. I wanted to change my future. I was ready for a change. But one thing was, for me, was that I didn't want to recruit. So when I found out on this webinar that you're going to learn attraction marketing, which means I don't have to recruit, I don't have to phone after people, I don't have to bother friends and family, I was like, man, this sounds good. Write me up. So I absolutely loved it because I started with a 0 following on TikTok, guys. I was barely on social media at that time. I started with a 0 following, had absolutely no clue how this business worked. And I made $1 million South African rand in 6 months doing this. So if you were worried about, oh, I have to have a following, oh, I have to have this and this and this,